Hello my fellow riders, this is Chris at Rider Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about motorbike safety gear. So today we're going to be talking about safety gear, mainly the stuff you wear, i.e. a helmet, a jacket, a pair of gloves, pair of trousers and boots. So they did a study from 1979 to 2013 and they found that the death rate has now decreased by 76% in that time. Reason for this is they brought in safety criteria, i.e. you've got to wear a helmet. So at the minute there is 6 deaths and 94 serious injuries in the UK every single week. And this a serious injury is where you have to attend A&E for abrasions or cuts or broken arms, but you don't obviously have to stay in there for very long. The most dangerous time for riding a motorbike is between the ages of 16 and 20, and there is also a peak around 45 to 50. The 16 to 20 is because people are riding on a CBT. There is a little bit of a lack of experience there. Generally with experience you have to learn by mistakes, so you make the mistakes around 16 to 20 years old, and then when you get older you stop making those mistakes. Now I'm not saying that all 16 to 20 year olds are dangerous riders or inexperienced. Some of them are really good riders. It's just that is where the study says the majority of accidents happen. The reason that 45-year-olds have accidents again is because of the they haven't ridden a bike for years. They get back on their bikes thinking that it's like riding a bike, which it actually isn't, and they come a cropper on corners and stuff like that. So the other thing is why you need to wear safety equipment. If you go down the road on a pair of jeans at 30 miles an hour, it takes 0.05 seconds for the ground to burn through your jeans. So it's best off to have either the Kevlar, or Kevlar's a brand name so you don't have to have Kevlar, but the Kevlar equivalent, or you can have the material ones. Most of these are now legally to be produced and sold in the UK. Produced for the UK market, they have to have CE certification, but all the stuff that's currently in the UK can still be sold even if it doesn't have CE certification. Now the older equipment with CE certification, what they used to do is certify just the pads with the CE certification, and then they could say the whole item of clothing was CE certified. This isn't now the case. You have to have the whole item certified with CE, and then you can sell it with CE certification. But every single item of clothing that comes into UK for use as PPE on a motorbike now has to have CE certification. There will be a link in the description so that you can see where I got all this information. So yeah. Now let's have a talk about what sort of thing you should be wearing. So you have a couple of choices when it comes to helmets. You can have a full face, open face, ones with sunglasses. You can have the ones that go all the way to the back, which means they can be open face or closed face, and you can have obviously the ones that go up and down. The way to measure a helmet for yourself is to put a tape measure around the top of your head 1 inch above your ears, and that will tell you what size your helmet needs to be. When you're wearing a helmet you have to make sure that it is fairly snug, and if you move up and down you'll see that the helmet is quite tight, and you can see it moving the skin on your head. But you don't want it too tight, because if it's too tight the pressure on the top of your head will give you a really bad headache, and you can't ride the bike when you've got a massive headache. What I would recommend is either a full face helmet or a pull down helmet that covers your chin. If you come off of your bike and your chin isn't covered, what's the first thing that you're gonna do damage to? You're gonna break your jaw. So these are certified by Sharp. All helmets in the UK have a Sharp certification. Now a Sharp certification means that they have all been G tested, and the amount of stars they get depends on how many G tests they survived, how many G's they can take on impact. Now majority of helmets nowadays, if they're below 3 stars I wouldn't bother. So 3 stars would be the minimum. I would suggest you use 5 stars is the best. For a 5-star helmet, you're looking at a lot of money. So jackets, you can either have a leather jacket. Leather jackets are good in the summer and they're better when they're worn in. But in the winter, they become stiff, cumbersome, and they're really quite heavy. So you've got a couple of choices with the trousers. You can either go textile, you can go jeans, or you can go leather. Leather is okay, but again, they are very warm, they are very stiff, and they're not really suitable for winter riding. I know there's going to be people out there that are going to poo-poo me on that one, but that's my belief. The textile ones, I would suggest you wear them, but I pretty much guarantee you're not going to. If you think about it, if you put them on, it takes 10 minutes to put them on, 10 minutes to take them off. Most people are going to use it for the first 4 or 5 times they ride their bike. Then they're going to get bored and not going to use them anymore. So what I would suggest is a pair of Kevlar or Kevlar S jeans. Just because you can wear them all of the time, you don't have to take them off when you aren't riding, instead of the overall ones. What I would suggest as well is always get a waterproof cover for all your stuff when you go out. Something like a rain cover like this. And all that does is when all motorbike equipment is waterproof, water resistant, it's not waterproof. One of these would just make it waterproof. Boots, you can buy boots, you can buy general motorbike boots, and you can get ones that come up to your ankle, ones that come up to the top of your leg. The ankle protection is a must, I would say. You don't necessarily have to go for boots, you can use steel toe cap boots, and you really want something that you're going to be walking around in and be comfortable to walk around in. You don't want to get off your bike, have to carry boots and shoes and extras and stuff just so that you can be safe. So if you get a pair of steel toe cap boots, they should provide enough protection on the side of your ankles so that if you do come off, you don't lose your ankle. Gloves, it would be just something with the Kevlar knuckles on it. That's where you're going to do the most damage if you fall off, because your hand goes down. You might hurt your wrist a little bit. You could potentially break your wrist, but that's the wrist will heal fairly quickly-ish, maybe 3 months. If you lose the skin off with there completely, you might have to have a skin graft. So, and there are several different types of gloves. You can get winter gloves or summer gloves. So let's talk about pricing. Pricing for the most expensive helmet in the world, I found an RE RX71, and that's $2,755. For the cheapest one, you're talking about £40. Yes. So this helmet here would be £40. It hasn't got the sharp rating written on it, but the sharp rating you'll be able to find out, and I will put a link in the description so that you can find out what the sharp rating is on these £40 helmets. I did have a look at Tuzo's cheap ones last night, and they were 3 stars. So or you could go for something like this, which is the carbon fibre ones. They're a lot lighter. These are £200, so that sort of thing. And many different ones in between, with face up, face down sunglasses and all that sort of stuff. When it comes to jacket, the most expensive motorbike jacket I could find was a Philip Plain Rock, and that's £11,870. From Cheap Bikes R Us, the cheapest jacket we have, I'll just get it, is the Tuzo, just standard protection Tuzo one. It has armour, it has vents, it has armour in the shoulders. It hasn't got armour in the back, but you can actually slide an armour plate in there if you wanted to. It is fully adjustable. This is not CE rating. The armour CE rating, but the actual jacket is not. This can be sold while they're here, but they can't be manufactured anymore. So that would be your cheapest item, and that's £49. So these are Tuzo Kevlar jeans, and as you can see on the impact zones where you're going to slide along on your butt, this is the Kevlar, and the ground won't be able to get through that for a long period of time. It also comes with some padding on the inside, and these ones are £99. You can get other ones for £59, which is like the material version, and you can get the textile over jeans, over trousers as well, and they range from £59 to 60 odd. So most expensive trousers I could find were £600. So these sort of gloves are £35, and they protect your knuckles. These are summer gloves. The most expensive gloves I could find was £300. That's yeah, £300. And the boots that we do here are £59.99, and the most expensive boots I could find were £300. To get a full ensemble of motorbike clothing from Cheap Bikes R Us, that includes the helmet, the jacket, the gloves, the trousers and the boots. The lowest price we have is £200. The most expensive motorbike full cover equipment that I could find was, it worked out about £16,500. So I hope I haven't waffled on too much, and I hope the information that I provided to you in this video has helped out a little bit. Comment below if you've got anything to say, hit that thumbs up, thumbs down depending if you like my video, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated to all my latest content. And also my website is now live, and there is a forum, a blog and a members area, so why not go ahead and check that out as well. But as always, ride safe.